By the time students reach their final year of high school, many of them have already used artificial intelligence systems to explain concepts, summarize readings, or help generate ideas. What teachers are noticing is that the longer students interact with these tools, the easier it becomes to treat them as quiet authorities. The response appears quickly, the language sounds certain, and the system rarely signals doubt. Students begin interpreting that confidence as credibility. A lesson from my book series, Teaching AI with Confidence, the grade 12 edition, there's a lesson that helps students examine that dynamic by asking a different question about AI. Instead of asking what the system can do, students investigate who holds authority when an algorithm produces an answer. The lesson begins with a scenario students immediately recognize. The teacher presents a complex question about a contemporary issue such as economic policy, public health decisions, or environmental responsibility. Students first write a short response using their own knowledge and reasoning. After sharing initial thinking, the teacher introduces an AI-generated explanation responding to the same question. Students read the response carefully and compare it with their own ideas. At first, many students react the same way. The AI response sounds more polished and complete. Some students quickly assume it must therefore be accurate. The assumption opens the most important moment in the lesson. The teacher asks students to identify exactly what makes the AI answer appear stronger. Students begin pointing to stylistic signals. They notice confident transitions, technical vocabulary, and detailed examples. The class then shifts towards examining the foundation of the argument rather than the presentation of the language. Students ask where the claims originate and what evidence support them. When they attempt to trace sources or verify key statements, they often discover that the response includes few specific references or traceable citations. That discovery changes how students interpret the authority of the text. The explanation may sound persuasive, but its claims still require verification through independent sources and human reasoning. The teacher then asks students to revise their original responses using credible evidence they can confirm. As students rewrite, they begin recognizing something very important. Authority in knowledge does not come from confidence or fluency, it comes from evidence, transparency, and the ability to explain how a conclusion was reached. The lesson closes with a short reflection about how students will approach AI systems moving forward. Instead of treating the technology as a final answer, students begin approaching it as one perspective that must be examined and tested. When students learn to question algorithmic authority rather than absorbing it, they begin exercising the kind of judgment that advanced learners need in the world increasingly shaped by automated information.